What is going on, folks? George, aka Hooked on the Fly 2, and today we're going to be tying a streamer. It's that time of the year. Big fish, pre-spawn, and they're looking for big meals. So why not tie a big streamer? Now, this is a streamer that I definitely go to, especially if I can't catch a fish, or if my friends can't catch a fish, this is the fly I hand over to them. So, let's not waste no more time. Let's go to the vise, and let's tie the flat back.
Alright folks, so here we are, that's the flat back. Here are the ingredients that you need. We're going to start off with a 605 size number 2 hook. We're going to put some thread down and we're going to add some yellow marabou. The marabou is going to be about a hook and a quarter length of the hook shank. Twist it, advance your thread, lock it in with 4 turns, and then bring it back to where we started, cut off your excess. Now we're going to add some Montana Fly Company marabou. This is the barred marabou. Advance our thread, lock it in, cut it off, and bring our thread back, and then forward. We're going to add in some UV polar chenille in yellow. Lock it in and start winding it forward. We're going to stroke all those fibers back. We want it to lay back like a woolly bugger, like a wet fly. We want those fibers to be nice and sleek. Tie it off, clean up the head, and now you're going to be adding your mallard flank. We're going to go up that. Mallard flank is going to reach about halfway into your tail. Whip finish it. Hit it with some loon flow. That's what I use. Hit it with the light, and you're done with that. Now we're going to go to the size 1 hook, add some thread, and then here I'm going to add some monofilament and 20-pound test on each side of the hook. This will stabilize my dumbbell eyes that I'm going to be adding. So here's the other strand. I'm just going to put it side by side and just creating a wider profile for those eyes to grab onto. Hit it with some Zap-A-Gap. And I'm going to put those eyes on the bottom because I want the fly to ride the right way. Once I have them set up, I'm just going to make sure everything's lined up, and I'm going to do 8 wraps on each side, 8 wraps of a figure 8. And then 8 wraps to lock it up. So that's going to ensure those eyes are not going to move at all. Add my wire. This is a Surflon pound 12 wire. Add a red bead, and then I'm going to add a yellow bead, and then I'm going to just put the fly on, slide it in, fish it through, pull it tight. I want those beads to kind of stick up on the hook, on the back of that hook. And then I'm going to put that wire through the eye of the hook right there. Once I work my wire up, I'm going to lock it in behind the eyes and in front of the eyes, and then do some figure 8s as well as some helicopter turns, snip off my wire, and then just tie that down really tight. Definitely pull on that GSP 100 and get it nice and tight. Add some Zap-A-Gap just to make sure everything sticks. And then on the back here, I'm going to put some marabou. I want this marabou to stick out to the other hook eye, just to kind of cover up the beads. Add some more UV polar chenille, and once again, as you're wrapping forward, just make sure you stroke your fibers back. And I'm going to tie this in front of the eyes. So tie it off in front of the eyes, but bring it to the back of the eyes there. Clean up the head a little bit, and then we're going to add some throat. This is a yellow marabou. I'm going to go behind the eyes, and then I'm going to tie it off in front of the eyes again. Cut it off and clean up the head here. I'm going to add the mallard. This mallard's going to be sticking all the way back to the other mallard, so it kind of touches and it's like a continuous flow. Add some Zap-A-Gap to your thread, do 4 or 5 turns, more Zap-A-Gap, 4 or 5 turns, and then add more Zap-A-Gap once you're done with your whip finish. And then you're going to take some ice dub and create a nice head, make a nice little noodle with your ice dub, and then just wrap it around and get it to stick to that Zap-A-Gap. Gives you a nice pretty head right there, and boom boom, you're done. If you fish it, tag me if you catch some fish.